Hello, and thank you, Bala, for this wonderful event. Not only am I the last one to speak here, but according to John Biggs, I am a chicken farmer since I work at a bank and I run a local accelerator. Let me just skip this one. But Startup Reykjavik is one of two accelerators in Iceland. And it's going by a model which was actually founded by Brad Feld and his colleagues at Techstars in Boulder, Colorado. And it's pretty much that we invest, or the bank invests a small amount of money for 6% of the equity during that, and the program takes 10 weeks. And during that time, a lot of mentoring and training takes place. Now, we are running this now for the 4th time, and both through Startup Reykjavik, for the 4th time, we've done Startup Energy Reykjavik 2 times. So in total, Arion Bank has invested in so far 54 now, after we've signed the agreements with the 10 companies that I will present. Now, we've talked about Iceland in general, a lot of discussion about our great country. But we need to put this into perspective. And I think that one of the things that I think is obvious is that Iceland can't be everything to everyone, but rather that we need to be something to someone. And I think the panel discussion here, and Brad Feld was talking about it as well, that you need to have some kind of a local flavor to your business that you're trying to build. And actually he was talking about, of course, the Boulder thesis. So if you're not familiar with it, I strongly suggest that you will read his book on startup communities. What has happened actually in the past 4 years is quite interesting. And now I'm taking this actually into a banking perspective, is that Arion Bank has learned a great deal from working with the environment. Running 2 accelerators and seeing what has actually happened in the community. A lot of great things have happened in the past, let's say 4 or 5 years. The 2 accelerators, even this great conference here. So what we did actually at the bank was that we started our own accelerator, internal accelerator, where we decided to test this out. Select 5 teams to try to come up with great business ideas. So the premise actually was that, of course, this is kind of the image of the evil banker, but we were focusing on trying to solve customer needs and bring in new or increased revenues, because this is the reality for financial institutions around the world. It's a mess. Not a mess for customers, but it's a mess for the banks. So in order for us to thrive or be on top of things, we need to understand what actually the market is looking for. And we have to come up with solutions that are, should I say, modern and not trying to build on some kind of a legacy systems. And it was quite interesting. We received 55 applications only from within the bank for the 5 spots. A lot of internal marketing, internal websites, informational website, etc., etc. So I think it brings really together what the bank has been doing for the past years, is to not only work with the community, but also trying to do something for the bank itself based on what we learned from the community. Startup Reykjavik is also part of the Global Accelerator Network. The Global, or the GAN, used to be initially called, I believe, Techstars International, but they wanted to distinguish it from Techstars and definitely not dilute the brand of Techstars, which is one of the best accelerators in the US, I think in 6 cities now. And when the accelerators in the US were rated, the top 20 ones, 10 of that list were actually part of the Global Accelerator Network. And I think it's fantastic that Startup Reykjavik actually is a part of that group. And I just learned this morning that Startup Reykjavik was actually not only nominated, but was elected the best business or seed stage business accelerator in the Nordics. So we received the Nordic Startup Awards, and I'm very, yeah. So now to the main flavor. So I simply want to basically read out the main concepts of the 10 teams. I want to encourage you all to follow Startup Reykjavik on Facebook, and we will have open events during the summer. Everyone is welcome there. The companies will be presenting. We'll have burgers and beer, and just trying to socialize. So everyone is very, very welcome with us there. But the first team to participate in Startup Reykjavik this year is Kvasir Software. So the concept of board games to a new level, where your smartphone is the controller and your TV is the board, in addition to building a platform to develop games. Second one, Wasabi Iceland. Why not grow wasabi in Iceland, where we have clean water, we have cheap energy, and they will use a location at Barri and Egilsstaðir to produce their product. Pharma will connect electronic IDs to central electronic prescription databases, giving customers a secure way to purchase medicine online from their pharmacies. Viking Cars is pretty much Airbnb for fare sharing, or a car sharing platform in those terms. Sporisandin is a sustainable aquaponic biodome connected to a premium geothermal spa in Laugardalur, focusing on local community and tourists to perceive and learn from a green innovation and production facility. 342 is a platform, or an open platform, for vehicle data and other connected devices. I believe their platform was actually used during the hackathon over the weekend. Genki Instruments will produce modular units for customizable music production hardware. Delphi will utilize the wisdom of crowds and building a community that allows its users to make predictions about future events. Quite interesting. Hunhan. They will make several Icelandic local premium beers. We'll have a good time during the summer. And last but not least, Puppet, real-time motion capture solutions for movies, theater, games, TV, and virtual reality in a fast and cost-effective manner. So please give these 10 companies or 10 teams a good hand. And thank you.